Hello everyone, welcome to Trading with Homely. This is weekly KLSE Summary and it's a healthcare sector in risk. First, we look at the tick chart of the KLCI. So from the tick chart, we can see Friday the price closed with extreme bearish candlestick. What this mean? That means a candle without shadow. So usually when the candlestick close with a bearish candlestick without shadow, without lower shadow, so usually next day the price may have a rebound. So maybe the same with this day. So the difference is we can use the middle of the bearish candlestick as the support and resistance level. So that means once the rebound, the closing price is higher than the middle of the bearish candlestick, that means it's weak. But once the closing price is higher than the middle of the bearish price, that means strong. So from this chart, maybe next Monday, the price also may have a strong rebound. But we can also use a middle line of the bearish candlestick as a weak and strong boundary. Okay, what's more, we can see here, MACD got golden cross already, but we need to know if the MACD got golden cross below the zero line here, that means weaker. So mainly this kind of a golden cross is just a signal of rebound. So we need to be careful lah. Okay, so this is tick chart and daily chart. And how to find that the market is in the bottom area, we go back to the weekly chart. So weekly chart, I think last few weeks we mentioned about the KDG already. We use KDG to judge or to find the bottom, medium bottom for the market. So how? So we can see from the chart, from the history, we can see every time when the G line upper cross this line, upper cross here, there will be a medium bottom. So we can say this time, and this time. So we can say every time at least there will be a 3 weeks rebound. So we can say from this period until now, the market dropped for 9 weeks already. So when is a bottom? So we can use a KDG if the next week or next 2 weeks, the KDG, especially for the G line, can upper cross the yellow line. So that means the market is high probability to have a medium bottom. Okay, so how to, for bottom, we can use a G line to judge. How about the top? We can also use the same indicator. So also we use a weekly chart. So from the chart, we can see here, once the G line downward turning, here we can see every time when the G line downward turning, okay, is a top area, especially I think last 2 months, okay, 1 2 3 4 5, yes, last 2 months I also mentioned about this method to find the top of the index. Here we need to remember this method is used for index only. So for the individual stocks is not suitable. So we can use it next time to find the bottom once the market rebound. Okay, so this is index lah. Okay, next we go to the sector. So from the chart we can see Friday, maybe a lot of sectors also dropped down, especially for healthcare and telecom energy. Also got a lot of investors ask me about the healthcare sector. So after maybe 2 or 3 weeks rebound, some investors may worry about is healthcare in risk. Okay, we also use a daily chart to say first. First, I want to tell you how to find the strong sector of stocks last week. Okay, so we can use how to say chart comparison. What's a mean? We combine or compare the index with sector index together. So we can see here the index lower low, but for the healthcare index we can say higher low. So that's why last week we mentioned about the healthcare index is stronger than the KLCI, right? And from last week, we can say 5 days. For these 5 days, I think we can make at least 10% from the healthcare stocks. And here we especially see some glove stocks. Okay, first one is about the top glove. So from the top glove, okay, I will share you 2 methods to find the risk or find the sell signal. First one is for the volume. Okay, so we can see here is a candlestick and I circle it, right? So do you know why I circle this candlestick or mark this candlestick? Because we can see this is a high volume corresponding candlestick. So this is also the high volume corresponding candlestick. What does this mean? So if we say the price break down the low price of the high volume corresponding candlestick, we can see the next the price drop a lot. This time also the same. But once the price break up, okay, here upward break out the high price of the high volume corresponding candlestick, there may be a chance for us to do some short-term trading. Okay, and second one is from the indicator MACD. Okay, so from the MACD we can see the fast line, start to downward turning, and also the bull energy or the long energy is decreased. So for this we need to be careful the short-term correction for the glove stock, but here still got strong support for the glove stock, especially for top glove. Next one is about the Hatha Lega. So for the Hatha Lega is also the same. First is about the high volume. Here we need to know we use a bullish. Candlestick. Alright, so we can see here once the price breakout is a short-term signal. So we can say for the short term, we can make at least 10%, right? And what's more, we can see now the MACD indicator is above the 0. So that means the stock is in the strong section. And also for the short term, we can see the fast line start to downward turning. So that means for the short term, we need to be careful lah. Also for the Supermax, also we use the same method. We see the volume. Once the price break down the high volume corresponding candlestick, so we need to sell. But once the price break, we can buy for short term. And from MACD, now we can say also downward turning. So we use this as a support level. and this one show us a short-term risk. So that's why from the at the beginning of my video, I mentioned is healthcare sectors in risk. So actually for short term, we need to be careful. And next one is about the cosine. Also the same. We can see for the golden crows here, once we buy, we can make money. But some investors may ask a question, hi teacher, you can see here also got golden crows, here also got golden crows. Why? If you buy with golden crows here, you can say you cannot make money. This time also, okay, so for 3 times you cannot make money from this indicator. So some investors may say this indicator is useless. But for how about this time? Why this time after the golden crown the price up a lot? So if you want to know more, you can subscribe to my channel and I will always share some technical analysis method about the stock market so you can know more lah. Okay, and this is cosine. Next one is about the AAX. So I think AAX, we use the same method. We can sell at the top. Okay, we can say this is a last bullish high volume corresponding candlestick. So we can see this day the price downward breakout already. So we can cut loss here. And then you can say the next 2 or 3 days the price keep going down, right? So we can use some indicator. So also here we can say this day the MACD showed us that house. If we know how to use the volume or how to use the MACD to judge the market, so we can escape the top, right? Or we can avoid the risk for the short term and take profit at this point, right? So maybe that's all for this week summary about the KLCI market. So if you want to know more knowledge about the technical analysis and more information about the market, you can follow my YouTube channel. All right. So have a good weekend and see you next time.